thank you everyone, and thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to engage with you today. When we started this journey and we were asked to come and represent ourselves and talk to you at this forum, we looked at different options and we thought, should we talk about BIM? Should we talk about all these new developments in terms of technology that are really, allowing our industry to move forward and keep pace with international customers and what our customers are demanding? And what we decided to do rather was to look at how does Modena, as a traditional technology provider, what services and support can we offer you as members to help you take your businesses forward? And I think, just to give you what we can do, I thought, well, let me start at the beginning and explain to you who Modena is and what our legacy is and where we can potentially help you. And of course, we've got lots of members of the Modena team here. So if you want to engage with anyone, please do that and we can definitely help you with that. So I think the main thing for us is the questions around why. What keeps us moving forward? What is our past? What is our present? Where are we going? What is the what that we do? What do we actually do for our customers? How do we help them in this market? And then finally around the how. How do we actually execute that? So the first thing, of course, is why. And the reason why we do this is because of you. We believe that, and we know that without you, we do not exist. Without the AEC industry, without the AEC market, there is no place for a company like Modena. And we've realized that just being a software reseller is not good enough anymore. We need to expand our roots, look at what other options we can do. And also the good work that we do, we don't really celebrate it. We don't tell people about the projects we're doing. So we're doing amazing things in the background. But a lot of people don't know that. So our mission and our goals and our values is to become the preferred consulting and construction partner to the industry. So we don't do the actual building of the projects. We provide the technology platforms that you can use. And one of the things that we really are impress upon our customers, we are passionate. We are there. We were talking earlier, one of our staff members here was actually on Sunday on site working with customers. We love the work we do. We live and breathe the projects that we're involved in. And it's not only what we're saying, our customers are saying the same. So, and you can read this, WSP, they're saying, the training programs that we put in place, the intentional partnerships that we've helped them with, has helped them keep abreast with international BIM standards. If we look at companies like DRA, very long, I'm sorry, Johan is very long when he talks, but the things that Johan is saying is that we played a pivotal role in making DRA the company that they are today through the work that we do with them. And the nice thing about Modena is we scale from a two-man organization right through to 2,000. So we treat customers exactly the same, irrespective of where you fit into the size spectrum. So just to give you an idea of who we are and where we come from, Modena has been in this industry for over 25 years now. This is actually our 25th year in the market. Our footprint, and I see the slide is old, we have offices in Johannesburg, Cape Town, and Durban, but we also have Namibia, Zambia, and Mozambique. So the one thing that we do is from our Johannesburg hub, we actually service our customers throughout the whole of Africa. So we run projects I think we've even got projects in Europe now, Warwick, am I right? We've even got projects in Europe that we're running here from South Africa with the resources. And just to give you an idea in terms of the scale, does anyone know how many people Modena employs in South Africa, other than the people here? Okay, we are over 120 people now in our organization. And these are 120 people that are certified on our technology, certified on the products that you want. So if you want to phone into our office and you have a problem around construction of a bridge, we spoke about it earlier, Jason's the guy to speak to. He is a civil engineer, he's certified, he knows all of the technologies, and we have people like that in every single discipline in the construction and build environment. So as individuals, as suppliers into this market, we have the skill base to help you grow your business and make sure that you're able to get out into the market. And our customers talk to us as well, and they talk for themselves. So I'm sure you recognize a few of these logos on here, but we have over 700 customers in Southern Africa that use our products and services every single day. We actually support over 5,000 certified individuals in the local market. So we have over 5,000 AEC professionals that either attend training courses with us or buy software from us or are part of our consulting network. So we do a lot of work on this space. And I think the reason and the process that we follow for this is broken into three things. We look at people, we look at the process, and we look at the technology. So from the people side, we look at the training and development. We look at change management workshops, because one of the biggest problems when we started talking about BIM 10 years ago was change. How do we make construction engineers, construction services guys make that change? And for us, it wasn't just training people on it, it was getting them to adopt it. So for us, we do a lot of work in change management, BIM implementation. We then look at processes and we look at how do we take a process from how it used to be done into the cloud, into the future. Start using the modern technology to make sure that we can do things like design automation. You know, I did a lot of work on civil projects where we used to design a parking garage. If you think about how we used to do that 10 years ago to today, it's evolved completely. If it takes you longer than 10 minutes to set up a parking garage, please come and talk to me. Because it is the simplest thing, and we can design, automate those processes that can help you to do that. Then BIM content creation, BIM libraries, all of the information that you need for BIM, we can help you do that. And then of course your management. And then we look at what is missing in the space. So we look at what technologies can help you as customers grow. So things like doing point cloud, laser scans, drone surveys, AR and VR, all of that technology, we have that technology in our stable. So whether you want to buy it or rent it or use our services, we can help you with that as well. And if we look at how we manage our software support, I think we approach this very different to any of the other suppliers in the market. We break our teams into internal and external, and we break them into help desk support and on-site technical support. So if you want, you can actually have a Modena person sitting in your office every day that is able to support you on projects. Or we can do on demand, so people in our office, you can phone in and talk to people. And even what we can also do is look at a customer success manager, someone that sits with you on your projects and looks at your projects, understands what projects you're doing, and helps you keep on that straight and narrow. I mentioned earlier change management. You know, the worst thing that can happen is you do a BIM project, you do everything in design, you have everything ready to go, and as soon as you get to construction, everyone throws everything, the book away, and they start going back to the old way of running things. So our customer success peoples are there to help you stay on that path and make sure that, you know, when we say we're doing all transmittals or all submittals are done electronically, we make sure that those processes are done. So not only are we reactive, but we're also very proactive in terms of our engagements with our customers. Then, of course, our training and development. I saw some people that have been to training. Who's ever been to training at Modena? Only one. Wow. Okay, so we have 3 training centers in South Africa. Our training centers are Durban, Joburg, and Cape Town. We offer every single week, we have certified training courses by certified instructors. All of our courses carry CTP points. So you can get trained on any product that you want to learn about. Or what we can do, and we do a lot of this for our customers, is customer on-site training. So a lot of people know the products that they're using, but they don't know how to use it in their specific implementation. So we can come in, and Warwick and I've done a lot of work around this, is we actually sit with your teams and we say, let's understand the project that you're doing, let's train you to do the project the way that you're meant to do it, and we do that on-site training. So it's not a full 7-day course, maybe it's a 2 days a week course, but we implement and deliver a lot of that. The other thing that we do is we do online self-paced training. So we have training courses that you subscribe to. I can't remember how many in the catalog, but there are thousands of them. You pay a fee per person per year, and you get access to all of those trainings, so you can do it at your own time and at your own availability. So it's a really valuable way to learn, and it's a great way to get yourself up to skill on those products. How we do it is quite interesting. We love innovation, but execution is worshipped. I can't remember who said this. I think it's Richard, someone or other said this, but it is very important. You know, coming to you with great ideas is great, and it's all very awesome. But if you can't execute on it, that's what we have to do. We need to be able to execute on those projects. So we actually take an approach which is a very simple process where we look at, you know, what are the assets that we're looking to build? What assets do you have? We then come to you and we build a plan. We say, okay, this is what you want to do. This is where you want to go. This is how we're going to implement it. We then work through that. We then monitor it as well. So it's great that we do the plan, but if we don't have those check-ins to make sure that it's done properly, we're not able to execute against it. And then, of course, there's optimization. So any plan that you do today, if we're not optimizing, we're not rapidly evolving it, we're not able to deliver it. And these we do through things like business alignment workshops, strategic workshops, implementation manuals or processes and matrices, and development and support. So the whole idea is that when you engage with Modena, it's just not just a software sale. We're looking at the outcomes. We're looking at what do you want to achieve? Where have you got gaps in your process? So for instance, if you lacking an engineer to do something, talk to us. We may have someone in our stable that can do that work with you, or we can refer you to a partner that can help you in that space. Sorry, my slides have stopped for one second. There we go. And everything we do is very, very data driven. So we look at staff assessments. One of the biggest problems that we have is a lot of customers come to us and say, we don't know what the level of our staff is today. We don't know, what level is this guy at? Is he able, or this lady able to do, in Civil 3D or in whatever product they're using. So we do a lot of staff assessments for customers. We then use those staff assessments to make sure that we have a learning path for them to develop their skills. So each person is individual, and we can then create a learning path for them. Software usage asset management. I mean, how many guys have gone out and bought the latest and greatest software products for all of your staff? Everyone's using it. You turn around, no one's using it. They're all using AutoCAD, and they're doing things the way they used to. So we do a lot of software asset management, where we look at the software, we understand who's using it, who's not using it, how much of it are they using, and we're able then to help you to manage it as well. We also then look at workflows. So how we've got a project that we need to deliver. We need to build a 10-story student res. What do we need to do? Let's look at the workflows that go into that. Let's understand what are the processes that we need to follow. Let's help you map that out and then implement that in your business. And that's very important. And then, of course, technical evaluation reporting. So looking at your projects how many people are doing BIM here? Anyone heard of BIM? Okay, we've got 2 or 3 people, 4 people, 5. That's good. So BIM is fantastic, but you need to check your models and do model assessments on it. We can do that for you. So we can help you with model assessments, looking at your Revit models, looking at your BIM setups, looking at your civil or whatever you're doing. We can do all of that for you. And then, of course, we can look at your company, and we can then start looking at performance matrices, looking at how you compare to companies that are similar to you in your industry. So are you performing higher or lower than your competitors in the market? And then, of course, looking at your workflow maturity levels. So many of the companies here, I can see they're starters, people starting up businesses, or people that have got mature businesses. We can understand that, and we can help you plot your maturity path. And a lot of the guys that have done this process with us, they started off as 1-man band, 2-man bands, and now they're competing with the ACOMs, they're competing with the WSPs because they've got their workflows down pat. And that's the secret of this, is that you can compete at any level if you've got the right technology and the right processes in place to make sure that you do that. So we follow design thinking. I'm not going to go too much into this, but we have a lot of fun doing this. So we do things like design jams, where we get all of the people in one room, put up whiteboards, get people to think about ideas and come up with concepts. And then we make sure that we implement those so that you are able as a company to follow those workflows and follow those processes through. And then, the last thing I want to close on is looking at what we do a lot with companies, and we've just, Warwick and I've done a couple of these this last month, is around looking at where you are in an organization and what your organization's goals are. So many guys, if you work for a large company or even a small company, you'll put out a memorandum at the beginning of the year to say, my goals for the year are to decrease risks by 20%. Great. It's a cool outcome that you want. How do we go about implementing that? If we want to stop errors getting into production, how are we going to do that? And that's the work that we do. So we sit with you and we actually understand your businesses, look at your processes, and then map those steps that you need in place to reduce the amount of errors that get through to construction. Because I was reading a study this morning, we're actually doing a talk tomorrow on the construction industry and the AEC industry, and one of the outcomes there was that even with all the technological advancements that we've made, 33% of construction cost goes to wastage. Okay, so if we want to reduce errors, it starts right at the beginning with how we design a project, the drawings that we do, how we can coordinate between people. If I'm an MEP guy and I'm just going to pick on someone, Jason is our architect, we need to know how we're going to talk together. And we need to get those fundamentals in place before, in order to stop those errors getting into production. So when we do these processes, we identify the outcome that you want, we identify where you are on your maturity curve, and we then plot out how we're going to help you to get there. So I'm going to close on that note and just say to you guys, we are committed as Modena. We're committed to this industry. As you can see, we have a lot of our guys here and ladies here tonight. We are committed to supporting you. If you have any questions about how you can get involved, how we can support you, please reach out to us. And I'm really happy to chat. Any of the guys here can help you with that. But thank you very much.